I'm about to share something that took me 4 decades to learn. Your mental health in old age isn't just important. It's everything. And most people realize this way too late. After 40 years of marriage, I've watched friends lose their spark. I've seen couples drift apart. I've witnessed brilliant minds fade not because of disease, but because they stopped protecting what matters most: their mental and emotional well-being. Here's what nobody tells you. The habits you build in your relationship today determine your mental state 20 years from now. That's not an exaggeration. That's a fact I learned the hard way. When my wife and I got married, we thought love was enough. We believed that staying together meant we'd automatically be happy in our golden years. We were wrong. Dead wrong. The truth is, marriage is just the container. What you put inside the container every single day determines whether you'll thrive or merely survive in later life. And mental health is the ingredient most couples forget to add. Let me paint you a picture. You're 70 years old. Your body isn't what it used to be. Your friends are passing away. Your children live across the country. Your career is over. What do you have left? Your mind. Your emotional resilience. Your ability to find joy in small moments. But here's the catch. You can't build mental strength at 70. You build it at 30, 40, 50. You build it through decades of intentional choices. Through conversations that matter. Through conflicts resolved with grace. Through habits that protect your peace. I remember turning 60 and feeling panic. Not about money. Not about health. About whether my mind would stay sharp. Whether it'd stay engaged with life. Whether depression would creep in like it had for so many of my peers. That's when I realized something crucial. Mental health in old age isn't random. It's not genetic luck. It's the compound interest of emotional investments you make throughout your marriage and life. So what are these investments? Let me break down the 7 lessons that transformed how my wife and I approach our mental well-being as we age together. First, we learned that resentment is poison for the aging mind. When you're young, you can carry grudges. Your brain has the energy to compartmentalize. But as you age, unresolved resentment literally rewires your neural pathways. It makes you bitter, anxious, and isolated. We made a pact 15 years into our marriage. No grudges past bedtime. Sounds simple, right? It's not. It means having hard conversations when you're tired. It means apologizing when you're convinced you're right. It means choosing peace over being right. This single habit has protected our mental health more than any medication or therapy ever could. Because when you're 65 and facing life's real challenges, the last thing you need is decades of unresolved anger clouding your judgment. Second, we discovered that social isolation is the silent killer of mental health in old age. And it starts way earlier than you think. It starts when you stop making new friends in your 40s. When you stop joining communities in your 50s. When you let relationships fade because you're too busy. My wife forced us to stay socially active even when we didn't feel like it. She joined book clubs. I volunteered at the community center. We hosted dinners when we'd rather watch TV. At the time, it felt like work. Now, at our age, it's our lifeline. Because here's what happens. Your college friends move away. Your work colleagues retire. Your siblings get busy with their own lives. If you haven't built a diverse social network by your 60s, you'll face old age alone. And loneliness destroys mental health faster than almost anything else. Third, we learned that purpose doesn't retire when you do. This might be the most important lesson of all. I've watched too many friends retire and lose their will to live within 2 years. Not because they were sick. Because they lost their sense of purpose. Your job gives you structure. It gives you identity. It gives you reasons to get up in the morning. When that disappears, your mental health can collapse overnight if you're not prepared. We started preparing for retirement 10 years before it happened. We identified hobbies that could become passions. We found volunteer work that mattered to us. We set goals that had nothing to do with our careers. By the time we actually retired, we didn't lose our purpose. We just redirected it. This preparation saved our mental health. While our friends struggled with depression and anxiety after retirement, we were thriving. Not because we were special. Because we planned for it. Fourth, we realized that physical health and mental health are inseparable in old age. You cannot have a healthy mind and a body you've neglected for decades. It just doesn't work that way. Every day we walk together. Rain or shine. It's non-negotiable. Not because we're fitness fanatics. Because movement is medicine for the aging brain. Exercise releases endorphins. It improves sleep. It reduces anxiety. It sharpens cognitive function. But more than that, exercising together strengthens our bond. We talk during our walks. We solve problems. We dream about the future. Those 30 minutes of daily movement have become sacred time for our mental and relational health. Fifth, we learned that learning never stops. The moment you stop learning, your brain starts dying. That's not metaphorical. That's neuroscience. Cognitive decline accelerates when you stop challenging your mind. My wife took up painting at 58. I started learning Spanish at 62. Are we masters? No. But that's not the point. The point is keeping our brains active, curious, and engaged. Every new skill you learn creates new neural pathways. Every challenge you tackle builds cognitive reserve. This matters enormously for mental health in old age. When you're learning, you're growing. When you're growing, you have hope. And hope is the antidote to the despair that can overwhelm people in their later years. Sixth, we discovered that gratitude is a practice, not a feeling. Young people can get by on natural optimism. But as you age, life gets harder. Bodies break down. Friends die. Opportunities shrink. Without a deliberate gratitude practice, negativity will consume you. Every night before bed, we share 3 things we're grateful for. Some nights it's easy. Some nights we have to dig deep. But this simple ritual has rewired our brains to look for the good even in difficult circumstances. Gratitude isn't just feel-good nonsense. It's a scientifically proven method for improving mental health. It reduces depression. It lowers anxiety. It increases life satisfaction. And in old age, when there's plenty to complain about, gratitude becomes your shield against bitterness. Seventh, and finally, we learned that vulnerability is strength, not weakness. Men especially struggle with this. We're taught to be strong, to hide our feelings, to tough it out. But that approach destroys mental health in old age. I learned to tell my wife when I'm scared. When I'm sad. When I'm worried about my mortality. These conversations are uncomfortable. They make me feel exposed. But they've also kept me mentally healthy through some of the darkest periods of my life. Because here's the truth. You can't carry emotional weight alone forever. Eventually, it will crush you. The people who age well are the ones who learn to share their burdens, to ask for help, to admit when they're struggling. Now, you might be wondering why mental health matters more in old age than at any other time. Let me explain. When you're young, you have buffers. You have your career to distract you. You have your physical health to rely on. You have decades ahead to make changes. But in old age, those buffers disappear. Your career is over. Your health is declining. Your time is limited. If your mental health isn't strong, you have nothing left to stand on. Depression can swallow you whole. Anxiety can paralyze you. Cognitive decline can steal your identity. I've seen it happen to too many people. Brilliant, successful people who neglected their mental health for decades. They thought they could coast on their achievements. They thought happiness would just happen. They were wrong. Mental health in old age is like a retirement account. You can't make deposits the day before you need to withdraw. You build it slowly, consistently, over decades. Through small daily choices. Through intentional habits. Through relationships you nurture and protect. My 40 years of marriage taught me that guarding your heart and mind isn't optional. It's essential. It's the difference between thriving in your golden years and merely surviving them. It's the difference between being a burden to your family and being a blessing to them. So if you're young, start now. Don't wait until retirement to think about mental health. Don't wait until depression hits to build emotional resilience. Don't wait until you're isolated to invest in relationships. If you're middle-aged, it's not too late. You still have time to change course. To heal old wounds. To build new habits. To prepare your mind for the challenges ahead. And if you're already in your later years, know this. Every day is an opportunity to protect your mental health. Every conversation matters. Every act of gratitude counts. Every moment of vulnerability strengthens you. The greatest gift you can give yourself and your loved ones isn't money. It's not a legacy. It's not even good physical health. It's a sound mind. A resilient spirit. The ability to find joy even when life gets hard. That's what 40 years of marriage taught me. That's what I wish someone had told me when I was younger. And that's what I'm telling you now. Guard your heart and mind. Invest in your mental health. Your future self will thank you for it.